I just got an alert. Busted 30 billion naira budget scandal. The real reason behind Senator Abaribe's arrest.
There you have it.
Chidebere Nwobodo. Senator Engineer Abaribe, a known critic of President Buhari's maladministration, was hounded and arrested last Friday, not because of his link with Nnamdi Kanu's ongoing court case, but as a result of his testicular fortitude displayed in busting one of the biggest scandals of President Buhari's government. He alerted Nigerians on the alleged smuggled budget item into 2018 Appropriations Act, amounting to 30 billion naira without the approval of the National Assembly.
There you have it. And the president of Nigeria will claim no knowledge of these things. This is actually the style Buhari has taken. At every juncture, they have unearthed corruption.
Must we roll over? Must we roll over?
He says, I have no idea.
Honorable Deputy Mayor, must we roll over?
No, we must not roll over, Mr. Moderator. Now we've identified so eloquently the problems. We know there are problems, executive, the legislature, the judiciary. So we must not roll over even in the midst of all these problems. Now, what do we do?
What are the solutions?
Let's talk about the solutions. Let's talk about the power of voting. In the midst of all this, I still think that Nigerians can stand up and do the right thing, which is first, if you don't have your PVC, go get your PVC. We can vote. Nigerians, you can vote change. Just know this time around, don't look at those individuals that promise you heaven and earth, that give you all those food items and all that. No, look at the individuals that express consciously, the problems of the land, how they're going to change things, how they're going to create jobs. So if we can vote for such people, we can begin to effect the change that Nigeria desperately needs. So it has to be, because we're a democratic society, it has to be at the polls. So this time, vote, make sure your vote counts. Don't sell your vote, because if you sell your vote, we'll continue to go in this circle. So it is by that means, on top of the social media effort that we are all making, Bonnie Life, and the likes of all our other brothers and sisters that are out there talking. So that creates awareness, and then the implementation is those that have the voter card to vote. So I think that is every government, anybody can be replaced. So in the
Honorable Okemeze.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Moderator, and also our viewers. We love you, and then I would like to say that there's an aspect of the hierarchy or the structure of Nigerian government that we need to emphasize on too. We talked about corruption from the national level to the state level, but I would like to add that there is a high level of corruption, very endemic, in our civil service system. Our civil service,
all public-private sectors.
that is there. So I really want to say that if we can succeed in educating our people more and more on their political rights and obligations, for the effective use of their voting power at any given time, they will succeed. But if we continue to complain and speak all the grammar and all the rest of it, organize conferences, workshops, or panel discussions, if we do not come out to vote and vote for people we think can deliver, reject people that will always buy the conscience or try to buy people's conscience. If we can reject them, then we're teaching them a very serious lesson. So I would like to advise that we have the courage to vote for people, firstly, have the courage to be a registered voter, and then also come out
and exercise your franchise.
Exactly.
Honorable, I will go this round, and then we'll take a minute to round up, and then end this conversation. Honorable Van Leifender, you were trying to conclude.
Yeah, actually wanted to talk about social media.
Okay.
The youth that have social media and WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. I'll use myself as an example. On Facebook, I have 5,000 friends, contacts on Facebook.
That's powerful.
On Twitter, I just recently joined, and it's growing in thousands. On WhatsApp, I have over 100,000 contacts. Anytime I send something to all my contacts. On email, I have over 500,000. On email, if I send, that's the number of people that will receive.
Wow.
I'm saying that to say this, that the youths have actually exactly the same information and the same platform that I have. They should start using it for the positive change we are talking about. Sometimes I see myself to a level that makes me angry that the youth we are fighting for
they are
on social media using the God-given ability to make a change to actually fight the irrelevant, actually go after the wrong people and defend the corrupt. So when you see that, it doesn't give you hope. Also, we talked about voting. I have a problem where the choices that you have is between Lucifer and Judas. Why is that? It's because of the system that produces them, the delegate system. If elections in Nigeria will start to resemble what we have here in America, where the people chooses the primary election, let the delegates go to the convention to affirm the choices of the people. Not delegates, a single individuals that selected from nowhere.
Tell you why Okorocha is running around in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Because it's been dislodged.
So if we are asking people go get your PVC, it's a false hope. I refuse to advise people to do that.
We must change the mechanics of
that
the
is correct. When you give me Lucifer and Judas to choose from, that's the only option I have.
Honorable Tony Kalu, you've actually done this.
Yes. To
You've actually done it
yes.
on a municipal level.
And I was frustrated by this very mechanism that he's talking about. So how do we begin to fix it?
You are a special advisor to
the governor.
To Governor Okezie Ikpeazu. A governor that has the interest of his people at heart can do to turn these around.
You mean the political system?
The political system that produces, you ran an election and got frustrated. What can be done to change that? And then we'll take a minute to round up.
His Excellency Governor Okezie Ikpeazu, not because I work for him. I know he's a man whose heart is in the right place. He wants the best for his people. And honestly speaking, he is doing the best he can. I know a lot of people would beg to differ.
I would personally beg to differ because I've been to Aba.
And
Aba's roads are not motorable at all.
Okay.
And he's been in office for a good number of...
He's been in office about a couple of years.
A couple of years now.
2 years.
And I haven't seen any dividend on the ground, at least in the roads.
No. He has made quite substantial impact. I'll give you places you go and take a look for yourself. I will send you the information. But my point is this. I may not be the best person to speak on this because I may come from a point of bias. So, however...
But that's what we're talking about.
But
that ability not to speak.
I have a little bit of limitation.
So no. I'm not going to let you off the hook easily, Honorable Tony Carroll. I'm going to hold your feet to fire because that's exactly what we're discussing here.
Let's do it.
Okay, please. This stuff is serious. It's very, very serious. And please, in a minute, please just give us the goods in a minute.
Okay.
Let's not politic
Now,
here.
okay. Let's be frank.
Yes.
Here. Whichever road you're talking about in Aba, 4 years ago was that way, right?
Yes.
6 years ago. But in the last 2 years, His Excellency has really, really done a lot. But not enough. And he will be the first person to tell you that it's not even nearly enough. And he's determined to continue doing it. And that's I am okay with.
That's better.
He is who he is today, and I personally like him. What if he wasn't? That system could have produced the worst human being.
Can we open that system?
And
is it possible?
There is nothing that people can do. But this is where we can begin. The delegate issue is a very, very serious issue. When I said earlier, you chose the people that will also bring you to power. That is the ultimate manipulation of a political system. If I chose you, during Jonathan, they called it return.
Yeah, it's like CEOs in America choosing
you return
board
the
of
governor, and the
directors.
governor returns the president,
Yes.
and it's all kumbaya, and the people be damned. So my point is this: we find a way to hold those delegates accountable. If you take money, this is where American system.
So it's going to go down to the ward.
It has
what
to.
levels?
People says all politics
is local.
It has to. Because that's where it starts. If we produce the right federal rep, we produce the right senator, then whoever is the president knows that he cannot go unchecked. We produce the right state legislature.
And that's what we saw in Dino Malaya.
Yes.
His people of Kogi West refused to recall him because they believe he's doing a phenomenal job in the Senate.
And that is fine politics at work. Meaning you tested the man.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was he really sent by his people or not? And they say yes.
They affirmed.
We did. And we will send him again.
They affirmed.
And trust me, the powers that be don't like a situation like that. Because now you are trying to tell them they are not the ultimate, the ultimate
absolute
power or ultimate decider in every situation. Now let's come back to how to fix this issue. When it comes to education, you can educate people as much as you want. I mean, people are doing it already. My own mother, over 60 years old, sent me a Facebook friend request last week. I'm like, am I sure what I'm looking at? And it was my mom.
That's good.
So if my mother can send a Facebook friend request and she's on Facebook and she's reading information, I think we've come a long way, right? There is something we did not say about the MKO issue, Abiola issue in June 12th, right? That was after all the mobilization was done. After all the grassroots effort was done, one man demoralized the entire nation.
IBB.
That was probably the reason why that very system did not live on. Because we believe in, after all, what happened, and nothing happened. In fact, Abiola was put in prison. Not only that they did not let him smell the presidency, but they actually picked him up, locked him up, and nobody could get him out until he died.
Absolutely.
I mean, if that is one way to demoralize an entire nation for a generation, and it worked. We are so afraid of the presidency because we know what the presidency can do.
Yeah, that's I hear.
Some people
father
are
of the nation. Father of the nation. Father of the nation.
Yes, certain things you might do on Facebook now, social media, or criticize the government to a certain degree, you'll be surprised. Somebody will escort you from Murtala Mohammed. And by the time they are done with you, you will not even be able to speak up or speak out about what really happened. You just want to enjoy your visit and run back to where you came from. It's happening. So my point is, these intimidation tactics, that it works. It works in their favor. But we need to be bolder. We need to stand strong. We need to go back to the way we do elections, the way we elect these people and say, the lesser of two evil kind of presentation. How do we change that? Have an open system where we choose anybody we want right from the primaries and then go from there. If we can begin to do that, I think Nigeria will begin to turn a corner. If not, we're in trouble.
Thank you, Honorable Carol. We're just about to round up. Let me remind people that have been listening that this particular forum and conversation has been sponsored by IC Magazine and Civic Entertainment Gossip Television. And they bring this issues that matter with robust panels. And you can see that our conversation is hard-hitting. We're challenging each other to see exactly how we can bring about change, if a lasting change. Nigeria has been on a very, very, very bad trajectory. And we're looking for a solution to return Nigeria to her rightful place. And to do so, we must begin to look for effective leaders, people that appreciate that politics and leadership and corruption can produce very, very, very bad outcomes. At the same time, politics and leadership and effective governance can also yield democratic dividends, and we're looking for the latter and not for the former. In rounding up, the Honorable Deputy Mayor of Newark, your thoughts on how we move forward.
First, let me take this opportunity to thank IC Magazine and Gossip TV for the wonderful work you're doing, because agitation for change, creating awareness starts from you making it available, this forum, this discussion available for people to see. Maybe they can also learn one or two things. All I can say, I would appeal to folks, as much as we don't like the system that produces the candidates that people go to vote for, I still agitate, I still encourage people to get your PVCs ready while we continue to agitate for a change in the way that we produce the candidates that now run for office via the delegate system that everybody condemns. So we don't want that. Maybe we need to restructure that. And but do not take your ability or your PVC, don't play with it. So get it handy so that if we succeed in getting the change, to change the delegate system, you are ready to vote. But yes, people, we can change, we can vote these corrupt politicians out. Make sure you vote, regardless of what. Do not sit at home. Just like when Anambra was voting and IPOB was calling for people to sit at home and eat offense, I was one of the people that condemned that, and I wrote IPOB, do not do that. If you finish eating offense today, tomorrow, you will have a governor, whether you voted or not. And hey, that's what the people are suffering. So make sure you vote your conscience. Thank you.
Honorable Okem's innocent, Okem is here. Your final thoughts.
Yes, Mr. Moderator, once again, thank you, and I want to thank our viewers. I would like to say that my own request, honest request, is that our people should be part of the political process. We have to be involved, both from at the party level, the registered members or the registered member of the party, and also participate in any arrangement that they are making. Once again, I would like to request that you really have to be bold enough, courageous enough to fight for your rights and vote for people you think can give us better service in governance. Please, my people, I love you and I want you to be a challenge to these politicians that feel that they can always influence you with whatever they have. You can eat their money, but you can vote. You can also vote your conscience. Thank you.
Honorable Bonnie.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. And I want to thank all the viewers, IC Magazine, Civic Entertainment, Gossip TV, for having me. I have talked at length about what we want the youths to do in Nigeria. I really want to close by highlighting the inadequacy, the inconsequential nature of Nigerian diasporan organizations and participation in the change mantra for Nigeria. Nigerians in diaspora have done nothing to help home front.
Yet they come here though. The politicians come here. There is one here this evening that is about to speak.
That's
somewhere down the road.
That's exactly where I'm going. Nigerians have organizations in the diaspora. They have done nothing, from community, state, political congresses, media, all of them are inconsequential. They have the power to form political pressure, to pressure Washington, to pressure the government in France, to pressure the British government for a tangible change in Nigeria. Because I still think that government in Aso still listens to the West.
Absolutely.
So if we outside Nigeria can actually make impact where we live, for those to begin to identify those we actually want in government from here and enforce it on President Trump and the rest of them, say this is who we want, and dare them to support them. Dare them identify the changes we want in Nigeria from out of here and take it to Washington and say to them straightforward, this is what Nigeria needs now. We will begin to turn the corner. Because what has happened is these organizations are fizzled out. They will start with all these bravados and some form of celebratory yearly parties, and they die off like a one-bed millipede. We cannot survive in Nigeria.
Honorable Tony Kallo, please, your closing remark. Thank you very much, Honorable Bonnie.
First, I would like to thank IC Magazine and Gossip TV for all the work they're doing. This is a very, very powerful tool. This platform will go down in history as one of the ones from the diaspora that started bringing the voices of the people that matters, people that cares about Nigeria back home, because it doesn't end here. Everything we're doing will be uploaded by tomorrow morning. It will be breaking news, and people will be able to hear our own view, how we feel about this, which also leads me to calling on anyone who is interested in getting involved in Nigerian politics. It's only a matter of time. Imagine if one that lives abroad or who spent a number of years in the Western world happened to be elected in Nigeria on any particular office, state, local, national, whatsoever it is. The difference will be clear. There is a certain lifestyle that you're used to seeing, and that's what you will want for your people. It will surely work. But however, let me just make this clear. I became involved. I became politically active because of where I came from in Nigeria. My story is not just someone that wants to get involved in politics. I am from Isu Kingdom in Arochukwu local government of Abia State in Nigeria. From the beginning till this day, no one has ever been elected from my place. We have 5 clans in Arochukwu local government. The 4 are the only ones over and over. And as a result, where I came from is so backward on everything, infrastructure, you name it. So what it tells me is Whether you believe it or not, whether you like it or not, politics can be a force for good once it's in the hands of the right people.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I thank the panel for a very spirited conversation and discussions. And I don't know if you have anything to add, Honorable Bonilai.
I wanted to say something because we didn't spend a lot of time in Imo State.
Yes.
I personally have asked Imo citizens to choose wisely because he mentioned the politics is home. Mine's also from the grassroots. I want to change. I want for Nigeria to start from Imo State. So there is a man in Imo State that I currently support, which is the former Deputy Speaker of the Federal Republic, Emeka Ihedioha. I said to the people, this is one man that have went to the federal government and back upon all the corrupt charges and accusations made against almost everyone there. He was the only one that has no blemishes. He refused to accept. He came back home and never accepted any money from anybody. They call him arrogant because of that. They say he is stingy, he is not sharing the stomach infrastructure money. He did his legislative work. He has said, I want to restore Imo State. And I'm saying, people like that, men of character, should be entrusted with leadership. Not those that share money and do things to entice a couple of people. I want Imo citizens to look straight to the candidates you have. Look at characters. Look at people that actually can be stewards of what you need for tomorrow and elect them into office. And do not take prescriptions from anybody. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you very much. Honorable Deputy Mayor, you want
Yes, Mr. Moderator, I would like to add something. The change we are looking for, I don't want Nigerians, or Africans for that matter, to think that our change is going to come from the West. From my experience, living in the West, the type of leadership we want in Nigeria is not what America wants for us. It's not what Britain wants for us. It's not what Germany wants for us. If you look down your history,
from
the West has never wanted you to have nationalist leaders that know your problems, leaders that want to solve your problem. Because if Africa's problem is solved, if Nigeria's problem is solved, they will no longer be stealing our oil, they will no longer be stealing our resources. France will no longer be doing what it's doing to Francophone West African or African countries. So we in the diaspora have to educate our people. Do not believe that President Buhari coming here or any government coming here is for the interest of us, the Africans.
Absolutely.
America is now crying because Russia interfered with the American election during the last election, but America continues to interfere with African elections every time.
And this is why... Go ahead, finish it.
And the last election that produced Buhari, we had about, at the point we're counting, there were 12 governors that then President Barack Obama invited to White House to let them know that this individual, this candidate is who America wants. Because, and they encouraged them to make sure that he emerges because America wants that. So if you hear that, you think, oh, America wants this, so it must be good for us. No, that is not the case. Because America wants, if America gets it,
for their interest.
It's for their interest. And you don't blame America. So, but it makes Nigeria gullible to
piggyback on what you just said. And this is exactly why it's very important for those of us who are in the know to read a little more. Again, I recommend very seriously Kingsley Moghalu's book, Emerging Africa. Everything that you've just stated, he articulated very well. And he tied that to world view. If you don't have world view, for instance, just to give you an anecdote, he makes the case that 2% the West takes out of Africa 5%, and returns to us 2% of that 5% by way of AIDS. and we think it's a good arrangement. It isn't. So people must read a very good book. And after you're done with that, you can read his big business, innovation, and growth. I am not saying this because he's an able man. I am saying it because he is a very able, capable man. And he needs to be heard.
And the AMA of Kano just endorsed him.
Really?
The AMA of Kano, Sanusi, endorsed his vision and ideology.
That is breaking news.
This week.
And I've always endorsed it, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
A very, very, very spirited conversation. And I'm sure we'll do this again. IC Magazine and Civic. Entertainment, Gossip Television. I'm sure you're going to be very busy as the political season heats up. Thank you very much all for attending.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Good one.